Hi guys, welcome back for another episode. It's Aaron here from Life Extra Large, and today we're going to be talking about big fat Indian weddings, which I'm sure you've heard of. But you know what? They are expensive, they are flashy, they are extravagant, but there's also hidden keys to wealth generation there, which is what we're going to be talking about today. So before we jump into it, let's look at some clips of weddings that I've been to so you can see how flashy they really are. Wow, how extravagant were those weddings? As you can see, they're not cheap, they're pretty expensive, but like I said, there are hidden keys to creating wealth within the Indian wedding traditions, and this is something that I'm going to go through today. Maybe it's something that you can start to implement in your culture, or maybe your culture already has something that's similar. What I do know is that this system has been used for hundreds of years, and it allows for the next generation to get a step up with cash boosts and asset boosts, and then they can help their generation, the next generations, and they can help theirs and theirs and theirs. It acts as if it's a chain, and it continues to help the next generation. So today I have an A and a D, so let's call A Adam, let's call D Danny. Adam and Danny are getting married. Now, on the top level of things, both will receive gold from families, both will receive money from families, both will receive gifts from the families, and both will obviously have guests on their respective sides at the wedding. Now, that's just a general overview of how it works, but I'm going to break it down properly down here. So when Adam decides that he's going to get married to Danny and they've set a date, now they have the wedding. So what happens is Adam's family will buy gold. So his mom, dad, and maybe sisters and brothers will buy gold for Danny, and Danny's family will buy gold for Adam. So they're starting their lives together, but obviously they already have a boost in assets, which I'm going to briefly touch on down here. So that's the first thing. As we know, gold is a very treasured commodity. It's valued worldwide as a very precious metal, and it's always gone up in value. That's the first element of things. That's why you see Indians with a lot of gold on. Typically Indian women that have a lot of gold around their neck and fingers and bracelets. It's usually passed down. It's family heirlooms, and they were probably gifted it during their weddings. Of course, when it comes to them getting married, they'll receive money from both sides. So Adam's family and Danny's family will give them money to help move forward in their lives, maybe put a house deposit down, or maybe just help them pay for their honeymoon, so on and so forth. They'll obviously receive gifts. So Adam will receive gifts, and Danny will also receive gifts, which I'm going to touch on a bit more down here. And of course, there will be guests at the wedding from both sides. Now, here is where it starts to get smart. This is where you'll really understand how it all goes down. So gold, like I said, Adam and Danny are passed on gold. The families will purchase gold and give it to them. Now, when we look at the year growth, this is the current stats 2022. We're in February. In the last year, there's been a 2.58% increase in gold. So already, let's say we're 20 years on after this wedding, and they're still together, hopefully. In 1 year, they've made 2.58% on the gold. In 5 years, it's increased by 38%. And in 20 years, it's increased by 542%, the value of the gold. So then Adam and Danny can then do that for their families, for their sons and daughters moving forward. Can you start to see how the wealth stays within the family and then it's passed? It's essentially like passing the baton. Imagine a race and you're going around. Each family member has its part to play, and you have to run, do the work, and then you pass the baton. Now it's their turn, and they'll run and they'll pass the baton to their sons and daughters as well. So of course, gold is a precious metal. It's always, from what we know of, is going to increase in value. So that's a smart way to put wealth in the family and give them a kickstart And obviously when they plan to have family, they know that they've got some security there as well. Just a quick one, guys. I hope that you're enjoying the video. I have linked some material below. There's a mixture of books and courses just to help you to increase your savings a little, get a side hustle on the go, and also increase your knowledge. So make sure you check them out as well. For now, back to the video. Money. Of course, they'll receive a cash boost from the family. So Adam's parents and Danny's parents will both get some cash together and they'll gift it to them. It could range anywhere between £1,000 to £5,000. I've never really seen it go over £5,000 to be honest, but still a lot of money. If there's 5 there, it's 5 there, that's £10,000. Plus the gold there, you're probably talking £25,000 already. So you can see the numbers are really starting to add up here. Now, gifts. Close friend, family and friends will gift both parties appliances, electricals, TVs, so on and so forth, furniture. That's what they'll receive at the wedding. It's now in modern day era. Adam and Danny will probably make a list and they'll give it to their family and friends to say, look, don't buy us random things, but this is what we do need for the house that we're going to move in or eventually move into. So gifts, they receive that. That obviously saves a lot of expenditure. They've just got married. They've got a boost from here. They've got a boost from here. They've cost cut from this angle as well because their appliances, electricals and furniture has been purchased, or a majority of it has. Now we get on to guests. Okay, we shouldn't view weddings, of course, as a money-making opportunity or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is, this is how it works in Indian culture, and this is why Adam and Danny will have an incredible opportunity moving forward because they've received kind of boosts and legs up from all these different elements. So, of course, guests are going to attend the wedding. You've, again, probably heard of the term big fat Indian wedding. That's because between 300 and 500 guests is totally normal. Now, again, in Indian weddings, it is totally normal to bring money in an envelope or in a money card and gift it to the couple on the stage. And people come up one by one for a photo opportunity, and during the photo opportunity, generally you're handed a card, a money envelope or something like that, and there's obviously money in there. So typically, from my experience in England, the average that is probably in an envelope is around £20. So if there's 300 people at a wedding, or let's call it 400 people at a wedding, and they're all giving £20 each, that's £8,000 straight down the line. So again, you've just gathered together £8,000 from your lovely guests that love you and care for you. They've given you around £8,000. You've obviously saved money here. You're going to make money long term here, and here you've already received a cash boost. So now you can imagine for Adam and Danny, this is looking pretty promising. They've spent a lot of money doing the wedding, but they've also got a lot in return as well, and they can put their best foot forward. So now when they have kids, Adam and Danny can do the same thing for their kids. So imagine up here, Adam and Danny, and this is the kids. So one of the kids is getting married to someone else, and then this whole process will repeat itself. So that's one of the ways that wealth stays within Indian families. At the end of the day, all this comes down to what habits and traditions are you going to have in your family. Maybe you're young, maybe you're already married with kids. You can change it at any point. You can set a new standard. You can set some new traditions that allow you to give the next generation opportunity that you didn't necessarily have because of other influences and circumstances. I hope that gave you a quick overview of how Indian weddings work and how they can actually be keys to creating wealth. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, share it, and also subscribe to the channel. It just lets YouTube know that it's valuable content and we're spreading love and knowledge to the world. That's what we're about here. It's Aaron from Life Extra Large, and I'm signing out. Until the next time, guys.